It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we've got the Black Knights veteran linebacker. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Black Knights of Houston taking on the Dragons of Chicago. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here. And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
2nd and 5. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Houston.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Now a give right side. Cooper. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 112 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
At the 27-yard line.
2nd and 3.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They need 18 yards here on third down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had 2 drives with turnovers, but now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. McCain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run the counter. McCain. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This now a 3rd and 4.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McCain. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down now. McCain. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big
that's into a crowd and intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. That is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And now out comes Houston. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, McCain, and he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Back to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He finds his man complete. It's Underwood. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
2nd and 9 now. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground.
It's Cooper. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we... And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Well, they bring their punter out there now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 30 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston's offense taking over again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Cooper. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. And even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Casey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1. That's the end of the 3rd.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Houston set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kyle Pitts. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Black Knight 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense taking over again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6.
And now here's another interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
On first down, McCain. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. McCain. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Up the middle they go. McCain. Oh, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down. Just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Casey. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a handoff up the middle. McCain. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, McCain. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.